Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Here we are, another fine day. No screaming people, no half-naked people. Okay, just before I made this video, I got up and ate the balsamic tomato herb chicken part 2. That was so good, you guys. Actually, the HelloFresh is pretty cost-effective. I know some of my followers don't have any interest in it, but it is really good recipe, and that is partly what this channel is about, is good recipes. And I spent the last week making mozzarella cheese, and what I'll do is I'll do something and I'll just do all kinds of repetitions until I learn it, and then okay, then I always know it. Mostly this channel is about saving money and stockpiling food as a way of life, not just something you do because trouble is coming. It's a way of life. I used to live that way because I was a stylist, and the hairstyling business can be slow sometimes for like 3 months. And so what I did is I worked several shops, and that way if one was slow, the other one, you know, I might make money on another one because they would be in different areas. One time I drove to North County, and I thought, wow, you know, I have really arrived. I'm working in the North County of San Diego. I live in the East County. It's closer to the border. But I got up there, and it was really strange because it was like deja vu. And I said, well, you know, wow, this is nice, but there's so many horse flies. I hate flies. And so, you know, I was talking to, you know, my clients, and I said, well, you know, how come there's so many horse flies? And they said, well, there's a dump close by. And I thought, wow. So, you know, I was working there because it was close to City College, and I was taking a class at night, but I had to walk quite a way to my car, and I thought, this is so unsafe in downtown San Diego. So I dropped the class, and then I dropped the horse flies. But I would work in all these areas, and, you know, I would learn stuff. You know, in all these kind of places. So why bother learning stuff? Well, because it's going to come back and it's going to help you later on. So at night, you know, I work a lot in my house, and I would watch your guys' videos, but like 8 minutes isn't going to do it. I have prolonged periods of work, and that's why I've been watching the conspiracy theory videos, which I do love. But they go on for like an hour, and I will watch everything they have at night. So I decided I am going to do some content that is going to be longer so my followers can watch it. It's like hanging out with me if they want to. Some of the followers have tried to say in a nice way, I'm not interested in that, but it's not all just about you guys. Okay, now food storage. Okay, the food storage is not just for a recession, you know, a worldwide famine. It's also a good way to save money, because once you get a stockpile, it's really going to save you money. And one of the things I've been watching is I've been watching food hauls from pantries, trying to get some idea of what food they give you. And so if you were going to a food pantry, you would want to use what money you have to maximize your budget, like your welfare food stamps or EBT. Lately here in town, there's been quite a few women, and they sit out in front of Walmart with like one kid and beg for money. So when you see begging, you know, this area has really deteriorated. We have street people. We have, you know, it's pretty bad. Okay, so we store food, like in the hair business. I would store food so that if it was slow, I would just go to my freezer, get some hamburger, get some potatoes, and get some corn and some milk, and you know. So if you don't have excess money, go to the pantries, churches, and welfare now. And so some of the things is milk, bread, eggs, cheese, butter, and meat. Okay, the amounts of meat will get you by that you get at the pantries. They usually give you a couple types, but sometimes it's lunch meat. Sometimes it's, like hot dogs and stuff like that, which is okay if you're eating those once or twice a week. But one of the main things you want to get is milk, because then you can make cheese. That is one thing that has always bothered me, especially with people with kids or elderly people. So last night I got whole milk, and they say don't get ultra pasteurized from Grocery Outlet, and it was so much easier to make the cheese. The night before I made it with 2%, but it did work. And I made it with 2 cups of milk. That is really easy to handle, and you can make a little batch. And then I saved my whey, which is just like buttermilk. So tonight I can make some awesome, these Halsung sunglasses are not going to last on my nose much longer. They're really cute. I bought these to sell, but they need a repair. And I can't get, see, these little things came off. I bought these new really cheap, but I can't sell them. I can't really wear them either. So, okay, that's better. So, and if you have cream, you can make butter. Okay, so if you have a blender, you can make peanut butter too. So, I'm shopping around for the best price on butter. I found the best deal on cheese to be Smart and Final big bags for like $7. But that's not going to do me any good if I don't have $7. But I bought a half gallon of milk for like $2.49 and a yogurt for 25 cents. So I can make myself some yogurt with part of the half gallon milk, and I already made cheese last night. Okay, so that's what I'm kind of concentrating on is cans, mostly cans, but even cans can be wiped out in a disaster. But kind of cans of meat is what I really want. Tuna is really a good thing. Somebody said, why don't you just buy a couple cases of tuna and put them under your bed? At Grocery Outlet, they have the cans of cream. Now, it doesn't work for making butter because I tried that. But I would get a case of those and put them under my bed. Or just buy 2 a day. And then the other thing is you want bleach and alcohol. During the first pandemic, my neighbor hurt himself, and of course he didn't have any alcohol. And I had the good stuff, so I gave him, it's hot here, it's only 83. Okay, so now they're saying the water has forever chemicals in it. So one of my customers, he would travel the world doing water purification. This was years ago. It's always been an issue. So what I do, this is the size that I think is good for, for storing. And that's Sparkletts, Arrowhead, and Ramona. So Alexander the Great would put vinegar in the water to protect the army. And then you can also, this is why you want bleach. Now these floods are dangerous because it can cause water contamination, especially if the water is contaminated from the area it's flooded, like if they're washing away some kind of contamination. A lot of people have said that. So for a gallon of water, it would be 6 drops for the 8 to 5% alcohol or bleach, and 8 drops for the 6%. But even that doesn't work entirely. And so I would suggest keep all of your trash cans and your bathtub clean, and at the first sight of trouble, fill it. So, okay, so at night I watch the conspiracy theorists, and so it has occurred to me, and I'm sure a lot of other people too, that they tell us what they want, and they report a lot of distracting news that is not really pertinent to our daily lives. What is pertinent is the economy here in America, the jobless rate, the homeless rate. So the riots, a lot of people, me included, thought the riots were a bit contrived, especially the one in La Mesa. It was actually pretty idiotic. Other countries, reporting all kinds of news from other countries. We do want to watch them, but it's distracting news. I mean, we're over here and they're over there, and these currency collapses in Tehran and the instability in Afghanistan is troublesome for us, probably ultimately. Also, this intel that comes from the psychic realm. I don't think it has much merit. Do you remember at the beginning of the year there was all kinds of intel, supposedly what was going to happen, and also ministers. I mean, they should be ashamed to get on they should not be. They need to concentrate on the word. So the psychics, their news amounts to pretty much nothing. Epstein and Maxwell were a distraction. One of the things that popped into my mind that was most likely a distraction was Monica Lewinsky. That was probably some kind of huge distraction. So you might think, wow, during these currency collapses or the regime overthrows, why didn't the people get out? Well, the same reason the people didn't get out during World War II. Most of them said, well, we didn't think something like that could ever happen. Well, we didn't think it would be that bad. Well, it was. Or they just didn't have the money to get out. Now, these floods are worrisome. I think we should be giving some thought to the grand solar minimum. And also to your vehicle, and keeping your vehicle full of gas, which mine isn't as we speak, because I drove it all out. Okay, so we're watching other countries like China. Isn't it possible to watch China? No, but we know that they do cause a lot of grief in the economy. So what we're trying to do is stabilize ourselves. Okay, so like the American people have basically had a year to prepare for anything and everything. But I think during the Great Depression, the worst years were year 3 and on for a while there. So we want to keep preparing. I think the little by little approach is best. Like imagine bodybuilding, the person who does the workout daily, or the person who just works out 7 hours one day. And you learn as you go along. I know I have been learning a lot of stuff recently. Okay, so we're watching for floods. We're watching for fires. We're watching for tornadoes. We're watching for water events. We're watching for snow, lots of snow. Okay, so what we want to do is right now we want to live the highest standard of living we can in case some downturn hits us that we can't prevent. Being thrifty and saving money now. I've been living in my car during the day. Someone said you should stay in your garden. I was cooped up inside all my life in a salon, so it's nice to get outside. But another thing is I'm starting to get very comfortable in my car. So if I did have to stay in my car, God forbid, I do want to buy a bug out house. And I want to eat more fresh vegetables because that is a good source of potassium. And I'm going to be looking for some nutritional yeast. I am not paying $17 for some brewer's yeast. We'll see what I find. Okay, so now what I like about the HelloFresh is I'm learning by comparing and contrasting the HelloFresh, which would be about $10 a day, to the food pantry food, which would be no dollars a day, because they got it for free, so it costs no dollars, and I'm comparing these two. And so what I'm seeing is, in a way, you can almost balance these two so that if you didn't have much money, you could still live pretty good. And so what the HelloFresh does, it gives you enough food for one meal. So I buy 8 meals per week, and there's only 7 days a week, so I have an extra meal, and the food is liberal. So now I want to talk to you guys about one more thing today. Are your dishes almost done? Is your living room are you cleaning while you're listening to me? I'm working on that too. Okay, I want to talk to you guys. First thing is about earning a little extra money. So you might go, I don't want to earn a little extra money. Well, you don't need any extra money right now, but what about the time when you do? Okay, this is a vintage medallion. Look how pretty this is. I'll try to show you. And I buy these for no more than about $1. See how pretty this is? But I need a clasp, and then, so I try to buy for, I call this stuff junk jewelry. I try to buy this for no more than $1, and when the time comes, I sell for about $14.99. And I have showed you guys all the stuff I buy at Dollar Tree. This is a vintage pin. This is pretty. There are women, these are like catnip. They will buy this. No more than $1 or $2. And then I try to find anything that is like an amber. This is an adjustable cheap ring, but this is like catnip for some women too. So you can always sell that. Okay, now I was looking pathetic. And so one of the things I try to do is move myself from light brown to dark blonde hair. And so what I did basically is I faded my hair for some months, and I finally achieved that. And so what I did is, what did I do with that? I wanted to mention this. This is like $3 at Walmart. See, my hair is pretty close. But when I was doing hair, I never used Revlon, because you can go to Sally's and buy Revlon, and you can buy this at Walmart for $3, and it's pretty good color. And I didn't want my customers to be able to match my color. A lot of people used to say I was mean. Yeah, that is true. Okay, now I found this, and this is a good value actually. It just spilled out. Maybe your face is getting hairy. Mine was. I didn't do a good job. I just gave it a couple licks. I bought this at Walmart for about $5. Here is what the strips look like. And you peel these apart, and then what you're doing is you're adhering as good, and then just rip it off. So I thought that was a good way to save money. Because, for every $1 we can save, think about it this way. You have $1, you save it. Next week, you don't have to re-earn that $1, and you get your $1, and you have $2, and it goes on $3, I'm not saying misery making. And then these are little shavers, and so if you can't afford a wax shave, you can shave your face with these, but it's hard to get the hair, but it can be done. And anything that you don't like, just shave it off. And then brown bobby pins, guess what? I've been trying to find those for months. And another thing on these strips, use your strips, since it's just you and your face isn't dirty, let's hope, use your strip over and over it, just one strip until, now you wouldn't do that in the salon. If they do, don't go back to them. But use your strip and rip it off, and use your strip and rip it off until no hair comes off, and it doesn't hurt too bad. Now I want to talk to you about manicures. Okay, what you can do. So now you're a novice, you're going to do your own manicure. Cut the shape you want in and then file it from edge to center. So here's mine. Your best bet is oval and not too long. And then file them. And then you can paint them if you want. And then I got bandages, 50% off, 50 cents. That was a good deal. The dollar place had these little ice packs for $1, so I bought one of those because those are nice to have, like if you bump something. I got another toothpaste because you want to stockpile that. And there was another one, so I got those for 50 cents. Okay, so now I got one of these. You can use this for toilet paper if needs be. So the thing to do is you're going through your life and you're saying, okay, just for today, I'm gonna fix myself a meal, and I'm only gonna fix enough just for that meal. I'm gonna have like 5 ounces of meat, 2 1/2 small potatoes, or a cup of rice. That's enough for 2. And I'm gonna have some salad. I have a good salad. I'm gonna make it tonight. I got an assortment of like cabbages and then carrots, and I have some red or green onions. My green onions are sprouting in the back. And then I'm gonna make some more mozzarella cheese, and I have tomatoes, mozzarella cheese, and you know, I'm just gonna put it in a little roll with a little, I have basil in my backyard that I planted, and I'm gonna cut that up, and then I'm gonna drizzle a little olive oil, and then I'm gonna eat that, and maybe like some cereal and milk for breakfast, and a meat and cheese sandwich with either a small fruit or a small vegetable. So you're not going to be malnourished, but you're not going to be paying a lot. If you want to eat fries, get a big bag from Dollar Tree. So you're doing this all the time. You're learning, you're learning, you're learning, you're saving, you're saving, you're saving. And so over time, you're not cheating. You're working on it little by little by little. Just like this car living that I've been doing little by little by little. Eating in your car is a good way to did you ever wonder, wow, how did you get their car so messed up? Eating in your car. So I'm trying to avoid, I do eat in my car sometimes if I want to, but it's not good for your car. So, you guys, I'll be back with something for dinner. I don't know what I'm going to have. It's going to be something cost effective. I'm not spending $10 for a sub sandwich. No, I'll go down here to Dollar Tree. I showed you my $10 hauls. I'm not spending $8 for a yogurt, although I do it once in a while. It is really, really good, though. That's not the point. I'm going here to Dollar Tree and I'll buy myself 8 pints. I'm not buying any more fresh milk cheese, although that was really good. I will make my own mozzarella cheese at home. And I will find the cheapest place to buy the butter as well, because you need olive oil and butter. And sour cream is going to give you a nice mix, but mainly make sure you have milk. Okay, you guys, I will see you later. Please like, comment, and if you have any good comments that are pertinent, I don't really need your criticisms. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.